Bò Kho is a Vietnamese beef stew that has amazing, complex, and rich flavors. You will taste the lemongrass, star anise, cinnamon, garlic, ginger, and so much more. Now, this dish can be intimidating to make, but if you break down all the steps, it is not as bad as you may think. So let's get started. The first step is going to be the meat marinade. The recipe down below is for 3 pounds of beef chuck. In the video, you will see that I'm actually marinating 6 pounds of beef chuck. I got it on sale, so I'm going to put some in the freezer. 3 pounds of beef chuck marinated with 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of ginger powder, half a cup of chopped lemongrass. You can get this lemongrass in an Asian grocery store already chopped up, or if you have fresh ones, you really need to chop it into smaller pieces and then put it in a processor to get it small. You need garlic powder, half a cup of fish sauce, and 3 tablespoons of Bò Kho seasoning. The Bò Kho seasoning is readily available in many Asian grocery stores. So those are your meat marinades. You want to marinate the meat for at least 3 hours. Best to do it overnight. Cover it up. So let's put this in the refrigerator and we'll be back to step number 2 of making Bò Kho. The next step is going to be toasting your dry aromatics. The dry aromatics for 3 pounds of beef chuck is about 10 star anise and 5 cinnamon sticks. You want to toast them in a pan on low to low medium heat. Keep stirring because you do not want the aromatics to burn. You just want to really develop the flavor as well as the aromatics. You can really smell it. So these are your dry aromatics. Your house should smell really good right now, and we'll put these aside and go on to the next step. Other aromatics that you have to toast are ginger and shallots. You want to toast them or char them either in a pan or in a toaster oven until they're really nice and charred. Once it cools down, you can take off the char and they're ready to go. This is another aromatic. This is fresh lemongrass. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the outer leaves out and give it a rinse, and then you need the back of your knife or something hard to smash it to really release the flavor. For vegetables, you need potatoes and carrots. Go ahead and wash them, peel them, cut them into size and put them in cold water and set them aside. Okay, so now we're going to sear the meat. I have a pan going on and we want it to be quite hot, high heat. The goal is not to cook the meat, but to sear the outside of the meat and give it some time to develop some flavor. Okay, I seared all the meat. I put it in my Instapot. I got my lemongrass, my roasted toasted ginger and shallots, and then I put all of the dry aromatics in this little bag. This is the cinnamon and the star anise. So I'm going to put some homemade bone broth in here. What I really like to put in here as well is coconut water, 100% coconut water. It helps tenderize the meat and gives it some sweetness and an extra layer of flavor, but I didn't have that on hand. So I think I'm going to put in a little bit more water just to cover up all the meat. Okay, that looks about right. Okay, I put on the lid on my Instapot, and then I'm gonna set the time. I'm gonna cook it in the Instapot for 15 minutes. That's my time. I'm gonna set the pressure to high. The pot is full of liquid, almost to the max, so it's gonna take a while to get up to pressure. Once it gets up to pressure, it's gonna pressure cook for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna let it naturally release for about 10 minutes. Open up the lid, put in my carrots and my potatoes, and then I'm gonna put it back on pressure cook for a few minutes. So for now, let's do 15 minutes on high. You just need to, for this specific model, push start. So we'll come back here when it's done. Okay, all the steam is out. I'm gonna open up the lid. It smells so good. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the aromatics. And all the lemongrass. Let's give this a try and see how tender the meat is. So this is the meat after 15 minutes in the pressure cooker, and you can see it's tender. Okay, the Bò Kho has beautiful lemongrass flavor. I love it. I'm gonna season it to your liking, but I got some fish sauce here, and I'm gonna put some rock sugar. So if you don't have rock sugar, you can absolutely use regular sugar. Rock sugar it's milder. It's not overly sweet in a sense. It's just a smoother sweet than regular sugar. But use whatever sugar you have on hand. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to put in the carrots and potatoes. I'm going to put the lid back on. Do the pressure cooker again. I'm going to go down to 3 minutes. On high, push start, and that should be enough to cook the potatoes and the carrots. I hope you enjoy the recipe. I hope you give it a try. It tastes delicious. Have fun.